Frank! Shh, shh, shh. Found one. I found one, Frank. Wow. Found one, Kit Kat. I found a ladybird. But oh my goodness, I've never seen one like that before. Have a look. Have you seen one like that before? Hello and welcome to Chocky's Art Club. Today, I'm going to teach you how to paint a ladybird like a pro. For today's tutorial, you need your watercolor palette, a color pencil, an old hand sanitizer bottle filled with some water, some poopy paper so that if you have too much water you can just wipe off the excess water of your brush, 2 paintbrushes, a medium size and a small size, and some clean water. Frank, so let's do this. Come on. Frank, so let's do this. Love you, my boy. Oh. So the reason I'm using color pencil is because if you use a lead pencil you tend to see the lines once the paint dries. So I'm using a color pencil and I'm pressing very lightly so that you don't see those lines. Okay, so first we are going to draw a leaf. Okay, so if this is the size of your paper, so it's an A4 piece of paper, you're going to start around here, 3/4 of the way. You're going to go up in a slanted line and then down and up towards the top left hand corner. Okay, so this here is going to be a leaf. Okay, then over here we're going to draw a slanted oval. Okay, and then I want you to mark off those 2 spots for me. Okay, and then you're going to do another oval. Okay, so that's the head of your ladybird. Then you go sort of to the center of the neck of your ladybird. Okay, and I want you to make another mark down here. Okay, probably about say 5 centimeters, and you're going to draw a curved line from here to here. Okay, if you're right-handed you'll probably go like so. Okay, then I want you to mark off down here and up here. Okay, so you're going to do another curved line towards there and a curved line towards there. Okay, so that's the basic shape of your ladybird. That's easy peasy lemon squeezy drawing. So I'm going to start off with the little spray bottle full of water, and you're going to spray all the way along the leaf. Okay, you're going to make that a bit wet. Then you're going to take your bigger paintbrush and you're going to mix some lime green with some water. Okay, nice and runny, and you're going to add it to the leaf. Okay, doesn't matter if you go out. Okay, do you see how that water that we sprayed on helps the paint bleed into the paper? Okay, so it's easier to spread it. Wow, that's pretty clever, eh? Okay, it doesn't matter if there's some darker areas and then lighter areas. This is just our first layer, so it's all good. Let's get some more paint. Okay, and you're going to just cover this whole leaf with this lime green color. Nice, looking good. If you find that there are little sections where you can see lines, you can just spray some more water from your spray bottle and spread it out. But it's always nice to add a bit more texture to your leaf because it's nature, and nature is not, doesn't have perfect lines anyway. It's all random, beautiful lines. Okay, so there I've painted the background of my leaf. That's our first layer. Next, you're going to clean this paintbrush. Then we're going to dip into the light grey. So wet paintbrush into light grey, and you are going to paint the head and the neck of the ladybird. Okay, you don't have to spray first for this because you don't want this to spread everywhere. So you're going to clean your paintbrush and you're going to wet some pink paint, and we're doing the first layer of our ladybird. Okay, I want it quite light, so I'm going to add more water to that and just spread all of that over the ladybird. Okay, if it bleeds a little, no biggie. It just adds to the character of your painting. You can use your poopy paper, blah, 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 and voila, fixed. Okay, so we've done our first layer of our picture. Now you can stare at it and watch the paint dry. Okay, now we're going to do the next layer of our leaf. So we're going to take the medium color green, okay, the slightly darker green, and now I want to add lines on the paper that look like, that make it look like there's some sort of vein effect on your picture. Okay, so there I've drawn the line. Now I'm going to take water and we spread it out just a little. Okay, you can let it run, it adds to the texture. Okay, let's add another one. Okay, these are just random lines, don't make them too perfect. I'm gonna put my paint water this side so it's easier. Okay, and you add water and just spread it out. You can add a slightly darker line there as well and just let it run. It just looks cool. Okay, then I'm gonna do a line going this way. Okay, and you just add water, 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 water and let it run. Oh, that's quite cool. Whoa, that looks awesome. Okay, then I'm gonna have another line going this way. Even paint there. Let it run. Add more water. Let it run. Let it run. Let it run. Okay. I'm gonna add a line going down this way. And add your water. And let it run. Let it run. Pretty cool. Look at that. Looking sweet, sweet. Okay, I'm gonna add, it looks a bit bare, so I'm gonna add another one. Yeah, we have to be a little bit careful because we don't want too much green. Okay, I'm adding water here. Don't want too much green going on our ladybug, so not too much water there. If it does, who cares? Look at that, adds to the effect. Oh wow, that's looking so cool. Okay, I'm gonna do one more line here, going that way. Okay, do you see how they're not straight lines? Okay, I'm gonna add some water. They're not straight lines at all, they're just random shapes on the leaf. Okay, now we're gonna do the next layer of our ladybird. Okay, so I want you to draw a line up there, okay, with the red. Then you take a little bit of water and you just add it to the edge of it so that you spread it out so it's not a definite line. Okay, so it's dark around the edge and it goes slightly lighter towards there. And I've left this open so that there's a little bit of a highlight there. Then let's take some more red. Okay, we're going to add to the bottom of your ladybird, and you're going to use some water and just spread out that line as well. Okay, ooh, it's running. Nice. Okay, you can leave that color there. It adds to the effect. I think it looks cool. Okay, there's no mistakes in art, so I totally meant to do that. Okay, then we're going to add along that line in the same situation, adding water to that paint there. Okay, and let it run. Okay, if you don't want to, if you feel it's a little bit too wet, you can take your poopy paper and just dab, dab, dab. Okay. And just make it darker around here. And I want that darker there. See, it's nice if it's still wet, then it just bleeds into the other colors there. Okay, you can add a little bit more here. Make sure your paintbrush isn't too wet. Okay. Okay, now I want to do another layer on the head. Okay, so for this, because it's a smaller area, I'm just going to use the smaller paintbrush. Okay, so now I'm going to take black. Okay, and just remove the excess paint there. Okay, now you need to decide where you want your dark areas to be here and where the light areas are. So I'm just going to go in this basic shape. Okay, like the oval shape, and then I'm going to take a little bit of water and just spread that out. Okay, and then leave that little spot there so that it's slightly lighter. Use poopy paper, dab, and awesome. Okay, then just giving some more black there. Okay, same situation, you go along the shape of this neck part, whatever it may be called. Okay, and along here, just next to the head. Okay, and you see I've left this lighter. Okay, you're going to take water now and just spread those edges a bit so it blends in. Okay. So I'm using my smaller paintbrush. I'm going to take a little bit of red out. And I'm going to add a teensy weensy little bit of black to make this red like a dark red. Okay. Now I'm going to add darker areas on my ladybird, okay, towards the back here, and along this line. Okay, I'm going to dip in some water and then just spread it out. Okay, if it's not blending so nicely, you can also take the spray bottle like that, spray, and then you just blend it. Okay, changing the shape of the ladybird. Oh well. Okay, then we take some more of that dark red. Okay, add it to the top. And I want a lot of darkness at the back to cover up that mess that I've made. Okay. And once again, dip in some water and we blend it in lightly. Okay. I'm going to take some white. And a little bit of red. I'm going to mix a light pink. Okay, and I'm going to just add triangle shape there. Okay. Get some more white. It's not as light as I'd hoped. There we go, that's better. Okay. And you can paint some of it over there to help with the blending. Okay, then we do the same for the head of the ladybird. We take a little bit of grey and we take some white and we're going to add those highlights. Okay, you can just do some random lines, rough lines. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be a definite line. You just swoop, 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 swoop. Okay, so we're going back to the leaf now. It should have dried quite a bit while we're busy with our ladybird. Okay, and I want to do a bit of a shadow underneath the ladybird. So I'm going to take the darkest green that you can find, and we're sort of going to neaten up here. Okay, and you can even go as far as mixing that green with a little bit of black. Okay, so you got a nice dark shadow underneath. Okay, you just quickly do your shadow like that. And you add your water. And you spread it out. If you don't like seeing a definite line, which I hate seeing, then I'm going to add some water and just spread it, spread it, spread it, spread it. Okay, so there's your picture so far. I want to add some darker greens on these lines that we made earlier. Okay, just to add a bit of shadow to the leaf. Okay, so here we go. Your green, you can even add it to that bit of blacky again, so that it's got, I'm actually going to use the thicker paintbrush. Okay, there we go. Add your darker line, and then you add your water again and you make it blued. Sure, I make art sound so aggressive. Wait. Okay, on this line, Okay, make it bleed. Okay, then on this one, make it bleed. Okay, and you're just adding little bits of green everywhere, and you can just let it run everywhere. Okay, it adds to the overall effect. I'm gonna add some over here so you don't see my pencil line. Okay, add water to it, make it run, bleed, whatever you want to call it. Nice. Okay, let's get some more green in the middle here. Okay, so I'm going to go on top along this line as well. Okay, add my water, let it run. Okay, you don't want to rush your art. Art is supposed to be relaxing. Oh, look at that, bleeding all over my ladybird. But you know what? It adds to the overall effect. Okay, just added some more there, some more here. Okay, when I apply the paint, it's quite a lot of paint on the brush. And then you take all the water afterwards and you dilute it a bit more. Oops. Well, there's Frankie. He's just abandoned me. But he's coming back to help again. Okay, that's quite cool. Okay, and then I want to add. Yes, my baby. Hello, Frank. Mom. Well, what's wrong, Kit Kat? Wow. I'm gonna take some of this lime green. Okay, I'm gonna mix quite a bit of it with the water so it's nice and thick. And then you're going to add that lime green just underneath the darker green, and you add some water and just let it run. Okay, same as we did before. Add the lime green. Okay, you can just add it to places. If it runs, it runs. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let it do what it wants to do. Okay, it all adds. So yeah, just jumping around. Yeah, they're everywhere. Okay. Okay, that looks quite cool. Nice. Okay, so now I'm going to add the spots for our ladybird. Okay, so you need some black, not too much water. You just want to moisten it a little bit. Okay, and make sure there's a lot of black on the paintbrush. Then I'm going to do, and you need to make sure that your ladybird is semi-dry, mostly dry, so that that black doesn't run. Okay, and they're not perfect circles, you can make ovals. Okay. One over here. Okay, and they're randomly placed. Okay, if you place them in perfect patterns or little circles, then it ends up looking like a noob painting. and not a pro painting. Oh gosh, where's this phone going? Okay, I'm happy with that amount of spots. Okay, now I want to add in little leggies. Okay, so in the front here, we're using our smaller brush, right? We're gonna add 2 little lines there. Okay, and we're not gonna do the line. You barely even see the ladybird's legs, so we're gonna add a little hind leg here. Okay, let me just focus there. See, it's just a rough little line. You barely see that leg. And then I just want to add a bit of more of a shadow underneath here. Frank, oh boy. Okay, and then a little leg there. Okay, do you see how you barely see that leg? Okay, because this little guy's lying down. Okay, looks pretty cool. And then I'm going to add highlights, just 2 highlights. I'm going to mix in the white and then that pinky color that we had just now. So it's super duper light. Okay, then we have a highlight over here. You just do a big splotchy there and one over there. Okay, and wait for that to dry a little. Then we take some white, pure white, not too runny, and you're just gonna place it on top of that little light pink spot and on top of that one. Nice. There's your, you can even add some white there and some white there. Cool. Now you're gonna wait for that to dry a bit, then we're gonna come back and do my favorite part. For my favorite part, you take a lot of water and you mix it with the green, the dark green, make sure it's nice and runny, and then this is what you do. Okay, you hold your your other paintbrush like this, and then you're going to go tap 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 tap, and even in this white area where there's nothing happening, you're going to add those little tap tap, splish splash, splish splash, splish splash, splish splash, and try and concentrate it in some areas so that it may be darker in those areas. Yeah, underneath the ladybird. Okay, make sure that paint is nice and runny. Okay, and then tap 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 tap. You can even make it go over your ladybird, no biggie. Okay, now we're going to change to the medium color green. Can you do exactly the same? Just a few splashes here and there. Okay, so we're going to carry on with that green, that medium green, and tap 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 tap. Good. Then we take the lighter, the lime green, and you can also just tap in certain areas. Okay, so here's our ladybird and our beautiful leaf. Can you see the difference? Noob, pro, noob, pro, noob, pro. Thanks for joining Chucky's Art Club for another art tutorial. If you'd like to see more, please don't forget to subscribe. Press that subscribe button now. Frankie, say bye. Say bye. Say bye. Say bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.